Yeah. Welcome back to PoPolitickin.com, your home for self-help meets hip-hop. Make sure you go on Spotify, we're on iTunes, what else? We're on YouTube. Wherever you listen to podcasts, type in PoPolitickin. We there. 1-2-1-2 in place to my home Professor X. How you doing, bro?
Everything's good, man. Everything's good. How you doing, brother?
I'm great, man. Like I said, I've been following you for 10 years. Finally get in touch with you.
Oh, wow, man. We go back many moons then.
Yeah, man. So just talk about your background a little bit. I think you from LA.
Yeah,
Well,
I grew up in South Central LA, pretty much. If y'all understand gangbanging in the Hoover area. Um, shit. Pretty much I've been loving music since I was 7 years old and shit. I wanted to be a rapper. Um, when you young back in the 90s or late 80s and 90s and shit, you have no real leads on how to get in the music industry. You ain't got no contacts, and then music back then was like a small community, especially on the West Coast. So it was like, it's kind of like pulling teeth to get in the game. You ain't know Eazy-E, Dr. Dre, Quick, or several others. You probably wasn't really finna get nowhere near this rap game. And then, unfortunately, I ended up in a freak accident in '97 and got paralyzed from the neck down, which made it worse because like I said, that was my passion. It was over basketball. I used to love basketball, and shit, Magic was my favorite player, but shit, when I heard cruising down the street in Mile 64, it was like, nigga, fuck number 32, nigga. I'm just what I'm finna do. I'm finna do whatever the fuck Eazy-E doing. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, after my accident, was just cut short. I wanted to still be involved with music. And me and one of my other cousins linked up because he was a rapper. And I'm like, well, shit, man, I'll just we could do a group. And we tried that shit with the rap shit with me, but I really just couldn't. Back then, now you can punch in what they call it, punch and play.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, we was on 4-track and shit. We couldn't really do that shit. All that stop and play and click, that wasn't finna work with this punching shit. And I couldn't breathe. I didn't have the lung capacity because of my injury. You feel me? Yeah. So I decided to get behind him. And I'm like, I still want to do music. So I decided to pick up production. He bought this little Dr. Boss little drum machine. And, he was so selfish in the beginning. I'm like, man, let me use this motherfucker. Let me make beats and let me make the beats and shit because I got the vision. And, sometimes when you got a vision, not everybody sees what you see immediately. So you got to go through the ups and downs and shit for motherfuckers to see what you want to do. But eventually, music wasn't really his passion, but he still stuck with me with it for a minute. Let me use the drum machine, and I stuck. From that point, I just became a producer.
I said, well, you said you had a freak accident. What happened?
I was in high school, man, and I was just playing. I was horse playing around wrestling, and a guy ended up, I ended up in a dog pileup, and one of the guys who threw me in jumped on top of everybody and ended up landing on my neck and paralyzed me from the neck on down.
Shit.
Well, it ain't stop shit.
Yeah, I've been saying, it seemed like, from how long I've been following you, seemed like it kind of, like I saw one of your posts and you were saying just live life and, you never know what'll happen in life. So I see how you're teaching people lessons now. I see that with your posts and stuff.
Well, I just hope people gain, because if fuck being disabled or being able, sometimes, a lot of us go through depression. A lot of us go through, like I said, ups and downs because of where it could be a woman or a man or finances. It could be a lot of different various reasons why we going through what we're going through. And you just gotta find something within you, or find a strong belief in you and just go hard. Just don't blank out everybody else and just go hard at whatever you're doing. Whether you believe in God or whatever you believe in, find something to believe in and just go hard with it. And I hope that some of the posts that I do just let people know, like, man, fuck what anybody else think about you. Just go hard and do you.
Yeah, cause I see you funny too. I see you real funny with your posts too.
Man, shit, man, you gotta learn how to love yourself, have fun, and enjoy it. And whatever comes with it, shit, come with it. You can't cry if someone has an opinion about what you do or what you say, or however you go about doing shit. You know what I mean? Like, you don't live your life for the next person. So you gotta learn how to enjoy this shit whatever time you have on this life left.
So who you was talking about your influences? Who you like besides Easy? Some of your influences.
Some of my influences probably I say Master P probably made the biggest impact. E40's definitely made an impact. Too Short, the way he hustled. You know, Q, especially Tupac was my favorite rapper of all time. You know, nobody was, to me, in my opinion, dead or alive, is better than him. Even to this day, as an artist.
We had we did a I don't want to break you off, but we just did like a little battle with one of my groups, and they was telling us that Biggie, like they was like, man, Tupac whack, Biggie so much better than him. I'm like, hold up now. That's like, you can't be saying no shit like that. But they were dead serious. Like, I guess they more like East Coast cats, but he was like dead serious. He's like, man, you tripping.
Well, I think, let me tell you something, man, about that. I think Biggie probably was a better lyrical rapper than Pac. But Pac, we in LA, we just some proper talking country motherfuckers that just live. We barbecue type motherfuckers.
Yeah, he
You know
make you feel that shit though. No matter how he said it, he make you feel that shit in your heart and soul.
But exactly, like I'm just saying, if you understand the landscape of the West Coast, what Pac was saying was direct to how we like to hear it.
Yeah.
Like Biggie would be so metaphoric, you have to sit back and catch that shit. Not every nigga is a intellectual motherfucker. Some motherfuckers, just some dumb motherfuckers, just want to hear some straight, direct, dumb shit.
Mm.
But Pac was just, he was a genius. He was direct, but he also add words that would make you go back in the dictionary like, what the fuck that mean?
So who you listen to now?
So I don't listen to nobody. I listen to myself, to be real with you. Like, you know, I mean, I do take heed to like the NBA young boys, the Moneybag Yos. You know, I'm a fan of Gucci Man too. I'm a fan of they hustle. How they had the whole Brick Squad moving with Waka Flocka, Frenchie, OJ, the Juice Man, et cetera, et cetera. I was a big fan of not so much of the music, but how they grinded and how they worked together. I'm a big fan of movements. Like I'm a big fan of Death Row movement. You know, but No Limit probably made the biggest impact because, like I said, when I first got injured, you know, before I got injured, I was introduced to Master P. Well, actually, I remember Master P when he did True. He had a song called "Mama Through the Hood." It was like a Bay Area kind of like little vibe song, like a little mob type sound. And then later on, you know, I guess when he went back to New Orleans, he did the Ice Cream Man song. And then the song that really captured me was "I'm Bout It."
Yeah, Bout It.
Like the producer KLC from Beats by the Pound is probably like one of my top 10 favorite producers of all time.
Yeah, I actually had Moby Dick on the show.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Moby. You know what I'm saying?
So which body you like though? And you know, it was like a couple of different versions of it.
What said again? I can hear you.
I said, you know how Body it was a couple of different versions. I said, which version you like?
I like the version with me and X on it. I think it was part 2.
Yeah, I'm telling you, she was spitting on that shit.
Yeah. I mean, the beat was just fucking crazy. You know, to me, how I feel about music is if you got great lyrics with a dope beat, that's gonna be a hit record.
I remember. You remember "Break You Off" something?
Break them off with UGK on it.
Yeah, I mean, first time I was like, what the fuck is this?
Man, I mean, but that, you know, the funny thing about it, that's the first time Pimp C and KLC got together to make a beat, to make that Break Them Off something beat.
Mm.
You know, a lot of people don't know Pimp C had played the bass line, and then KLC did a lot of the drum programming behind it and shit to really make it what it was.
Yeah, I didn't even know, like, I found that out after his death that he was making all these beats. I didn't even know Pimp C was making the beats when
Yeah, I was a fan of Pimp too. More Pimp than Bun B. Pimp remind me of my personality. Like he's more that, like I'm a direct kind of dude. Whenever I feel some kind of way, I'm gonna tell you. You know,
yeah.
Pimp was like, if he felt if he felt you was being disrespectful, or he felt he didn't like something, he was gonna tell you.
Oh.
And I like genuine people like that. You know, some people will be around you and won't tell you how they really feel, and then you find out later on that motherfucker wanted to kill you or he hates you.
And I want you to talk about like so how do you still work in your music? Like how did you have to adjust and keep making music? Is anything you do different now or not really?
Not really. You know, like I said, back in the day, we used to have to use hardware. You know, it would be, you know, someone, you know, I'm in a wheelchair, so it'd be like someone that gotta help me get dressed, motherfucker. I mean, I feel like I'm my buddy doll in this motherfucker. They gotta help you get dressed, put your shoes on, get you outside, and then sit you right in front of the goddamn drum machine. Cause that was my role. My cousin at the time, you know, he played the keys and I played the drums. You know, for some reason I fell in love with like the producers who just made noise. You know, like Swiss Beats, like that motherfucker. That something about that shit was just weird, but it just sounds so good to me. And I just fell in love with those style of producers, and like mainly Fresh. Anything that had like different drum program, program with different kind of rhythms and sounds and styles and shit. I gravitated to that, but nothing's really different from today other than the technology. Like you can make music from your cell phone now. Like, and I've made several beats from my cell phone. Or, you know, you use your laptop whenever you know you stable, or you in a hotel or a room or whatever you're doing like that. But pretty much the only thing changed is the time and the technology.
Mm. So what you working on right now?
I'm doing an album. I'm doing a mixtape called. Fuck, it ain't no mixtape. It's an album. It's an album called Handicap Circus, and I got a Sauce Walker from Houston. He gonna host it when I finish doing what I'm doing. But I really just, like I said, I'm a producer, so the album was gonna really be more like a Timbaland meets DJ Khaled type shit. You know, you weren't gonna really hear me that much, but you gonna feel my presence. You know, and I might rap on a song or two, but then, you know, I had my artist, the artist that I was pushing, you know, they kind of fell off. Sometimes you just get behind artists and they, you know, they don't see their career going where you want it to go, and they don't have the drive like you got. So I was like, well, fuck it. I'm just gonna do this shit myself. I'm gonna rap. Fuck it. I'm gonna grab the microphone right behind my motherfucking head and turn that motherfucker around and just do a song. Say, fuck, you ain't a rapper, nigga, but just do this shit, you know?
I know, right? That's what I just did. I dropped a hit too halfway.
That's right.
Dropped a little R&B single streets right now.
Shit, do what the motherfucker you got to do. Cause ain't nobody gonna disappoint you. You ain't gonna disappoint yourself. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
You feel me? And other people gonna, you know, you put money behind people and, you know, they be late to shit or they don't be as adamant how you feel about the shit, and then you end up wanting to beat the motherfucker up, kill the motherfucker up because they fucking up your money and shit. Especially when you especially don't get a woman that be counting your pockets too. It'd be like, nigga, we spend it, like, cause you know when your money become us money when you get your woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, then you spend it on another nigga. That's looking funny already.
Yeah, like nigga, and then she be like, niggas, you fucking that nigga?
I would say, I remember though. I remember the first thing made me what caught my attention and what had me following you, man. You had released something back in the day. That shit was like, who the fuck that nigga is, in a wheelchair or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit. How long ago was that?
Shit, man, that probably was 2011, I think.
Yeah, that shit was funny to me. I was like, who's this dude? So I think I followed you because of that.
You know, the funny thing about that shit was I made that mixtape out of anger because I had like about 6-7 artists, and I was like, I had went and got a office space downtown, and I would go down there and listen to these motherfuckers' music, and they didn't even have shit going on. So I said, man, you niggas is bitches and busters and shit. I start banging on niggas. I was like, fuck you niggas. So I took all their music and made a compilation out the shit, and I said, I'm gonna put my face on it and do some silly, goofy shit. Watch me travel around the motherfucking city and the country, and motherfuckers gravitate to me. Let me show you niggas how to promote and get out here and really delegate. Kiss the babies and campaign for real. So that project really came out of anger and shit, and a lot of good came out of it because, you know, like I said, I got a lot of publication and people start fucking with me like, nigga, I fuck with you, nigga, you a cool nigga.
That's tight. So what advice would you give to new artists? You just kind of talking about that a little bit. As far as building their music, getting their music out.
I would tell new artists that create a budget. Either work in Popeyes or sell dope or, you know, do what you gotta do. I wouldn't tell them sell. I mean, I'll tell them do what you gotta do. If you're a male, fuck you a fat white bitch, get you some money or something. But you gotta put some money aside to promote yourself because you're gonna need promotional items, flyers, posters. Now we got things like PoPolitickin, where you got blog sites and stuff. So I know a lot of these. I know the shit that you doing ain't free, so they got to pay you to talk because that's exposure. You know what I'm saying? You don't really need a major label to do what you need to do. You can go to there's like 5 different digital distribution companies. You got Empire, DistroKid, TuneCore, STEM, Orchard, United Masters. You know what I'm saying? It's so many different distribution companies. You can, you do what you do. You don't really need too much of a graphic designer because nobody gives a fuck about what your cover look like on Spotify and Apple Music. You can go fucking take a background off of go to Google, type in 15 by 15 or 3,000 by 3,000 background, and put a text in your name and a parental advisor sign because that motherfucker's a PNG file, and make you a fucking some artwork and upload that motherfucker to your distribution company.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them some free game. All they gotta do, I'm gonna give them some more game. All you gotta do is go on Canva, then type in album covers. They got hella album covers on there already. And just pick one and just change the edit.
I mean, you go to Canva. I mean, I use Canva too, but you can go to Canva. Hell, you can even use your cell phone. They got apps on your cell phone.
They don't give them my main one though. That's the other one. They ain't my main one.
That's right. But I mean, like the long story short, man. There's software if you want to make beats. There's a beat making program on your phone. If you have an iPhone, there's a program called Beat Maker 2.
That's what I need to know. You can make beats on there.
Yeah, if you have an iPhone, you can definitely make a beat on this. It's called Beat Maker 2. It's like a $10 program. If you have a Dropbox, you can drop sounds into that motherfucker, upload it to your phone. And if you're creative, be creative. I like it because, when you have multiple sounds or you have a gang of sounds, it's kind of hard to get to all them sounds. So I limit it to what I can use. You feel me? So I make what I have available in my shit. It's almost equivalent to me how an old school producer would use an SP12. Whatever you sample inside that motherfucker is what you have to make the beat with. So nowadays it's like, I mean, and on the app it has like a keyboard. It has 2 functions. There's a drum machine and a keyboard. And whatever, any track that you want to open up, it gives you the option to use if you want to use a keyboard or you want to use the drum machine. My fingers fucked up because of my injury, so I use the drum machine. I take a lot of piano, bass line samples. I'm an 808 freak. You know what I'm saying? I always fell in love with the 808. So I'm a fan of 8-Ball and MJG and stuff like that in the South. Scarface and stuff like that. Twister, Do It Die. You know what I mean? I'm not young. I'm 39 years old. Now I got a problem telling motherfucker. I'm an old ass rapper.
Yeah, I'm from Mississippi. I'm 38.
What part?
Columbus. It's like kind of about where Mississippi State is at.
Oh, it's at the bottom, huh?
Nah, it's like northeast.
Northeast, like Tupelo?
No, Tupelo.
Tupelo.
It's kind of close to Tupelo though, but it's more close to if you know where Starkville at. That's where it's at. Starkville.
Okay.
Like it's kind of close to Alabama, actually. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
right.
right.
I'm in San Diego right now. I live in Oceanside.
Okay. I mean, I'll be going to the South all the time. I'll be sliding through that. I slid. I was just out there not too long ago. Slid to we go through Birmingham.
Yeah.
I think past Jasper. You know what I'm saying? Tupelo.
Yeah.
Indianola and all that shit.
You know who's from Tupelo, right?
BB King, right?
No, Elvis.
Oh, Elvis.
King, that was King from. He was born in Elvis, Tupelo. But yeah, I live in Oceanside now. San Diego. I've been in San Diego like almost 20 years.
Oh yeah, you see,
you San Diego Post. You say my name out here, they know what you're talking about. San Diego Post.
You far removed from the South now. You probably got a family and all that shit, man.
For a little minute,
California.
Man. I would ask you, so what's your creative process when you make music?
I don't know, man. It varies, man. Sometimes I can hear something, I can watch something on TV and shit. Like I was, I'm gonna give her something. I'm gonna do now. I think the Doobie Brothers got a song called "Give Me the Beat So I Can Free My Soul. I Want to Get Lost in Your Rock and Roll." Okay, so I was listening to that shit one day, and I started thinking about Battle Cave making a beat and shit, and I was like, "Give me the strip knot to choke this hoe. She'll let a nigga do something, get my vagina away." So it varies, man. You know, it comes from different shit. Like I just made a song called Handicap Rapper, and I made that shit about 4 or 5 days ago. And I was listening to Young Dro got a song called TikTok, and then Plies got a song called I Ain't a Racist.
Mm-hmm.
And I was listening to the beat, the backdrop. I'm like, damn, man, I'm gonna try to create something like that, but add my twist to it. And then I came up with the handicap rapper shit. Like I made the beat myself, pulled up some sounds and reasons. I'm like, oh, this shit like it's going somewhere. Let me try this shit out. And then when I finished the motherfucker and I heard it, I'm like, damn, this shit sounded kind of cool. So I made like a little rough mix and sent that shit to like 20 people, man. Everybody gave me the fire emoji. Like, I sound like the handicap nigga might got something.
Yeah, I like that joint. That joint was banging. That's it. I
I
ain't gonna
appreciate
think.
it.
If I like it, if I don't like it, I just won't say nothing. Shit. If I say
Right.
I like it, I was like, that shit was hitting. I was like, all right. I said, what's wrong with the singing? The singing, no. You say you don't like to have to be singing and shit?
Well, you told me, nah, what I don't be liking about it, like, say, like, you got NBA Youngboy, right? You got Rod Wave. You got, you know, Lil Durk. I like all those artists, but I can't stand the ones that be mimicking them. It'd be like, those are top 3 or 4 artists doing what they're doing well, but then you got 1,000 motherfuckers behind them trying to duplicate they sound.
Yeah.
And then they be crying like, how the fuck you gonna shoot a nigga and then cry and then be whining to a bitch all in the same verse?
Now I be confused,
like,
man, because like now I be interviewing them, and then they want me to call them a rapper. I'm like, nigga, you singing?
Right.
I ain't gonna call you a rapper, nigga. Your whole shit is singing. You sing this whole fucking 3. I heard 3, 4 songs from you. You sung on all these goddamn songs. Your ass ain't rapping.
It'd be like, I shot that nigga, but I love my girl. Bang, bang, bang. I'd be like, nigga.
No, the matter of fact, it be so fucked up now. Like the whole song be about like you listen to the lyrics, it be about love, but what they be doing, they just make the video where they holding guns and shit. All
that part, I'd be like, come on, man.
That
you
shit,
know, I'm like,
you don't know what to do. That shit throw you off like a bug. Like it shit weird.
And then when the tides change, when niggas is rapping again, like they ain't doing that singing shit no more. And you gonna hear a motherfucker like, man, I don't play that old shit. That's that old shit. That shit whack, man. I don't play my old shit. Why'd you even do it in the first place, nigga, when you know that the tides and the trends change?
Yeah, I know.
You feel what I'm saying? Like I don't like people that just get behind something and just want to do it. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like I used to mimic the hyphy movement when I was young, when I was back about 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? I started going to debate even more. And I started liking the artists I was hearing on their radio station because Camille and the Bay, they support them. And the funny thing about Dago is Dago got the banging culture like LA, but they have more of a relationship with the Bay Area.
Yeah.
That throws me off sometimes. I'm like, damn, man, y'all niggas is blood soup whooping and cool coat ripping and shit, throwing it up, but y'all love E40 and Turf Talk and Mac Dre and shit, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I ain't no spokesman for San Diego, but a lot of reason behind that because they be out here a lot. You know how they get down, like them, the ones from the Bay be always in San Diego, like they from San Diego.
Yeah. I mean, but that to me, I don't know.
Even I know, like, I was gonna ask you because I saw a picture, but also I know like Snoop and Nipsey was out here a lot. But I saw that picture with you and Nipsey. I was gonna ask you what's up with that. That picture you posted.
You know, the funny thing about that is because, you know, we are from 2 different sections that don't like each other. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a people person, man. Despite whatever, I'm a people person. I fuck with energy.
Uh-huh.
And when I seen that, I met him at the club. It's called Club Ivar or something like that in Hollywood. J-Rock was performing on stage. You know, J-Rock was doing this little, he had this song called Lift Me Up or some shit like that back in the day. And Kendrick Lamar was his hype man at the time.
Mm.
And I guess Nip came to come support J-Rock. And when he came up the stairs, I was leaving. So I stopped him. I said, hey, man, I fuck with what you're doing. I see what you're doing. This had to be 2010. Either 29 or 2010. And I seen him, I said, man, I know what you're doing. I understand it, my nigga. I salute you. This is before the blow up. This is before anybody really cared about who the fuck he was. You feel me?
Was that, I mean, what made you say that though? Let's just before you keep going, what made you say that?
I see where he was going.
Yeah, like how did you even know about him? Like, where did you see?
Well, I knew about him because he used to have a homeboy on MySpace, and he was in the picture. And I remember him in the picture, and they had like a little rinky-dinky studio in an apartment or some shit like that. And his homeboy reached out to me, like, man, let's do some music. He had like this jersey, but he lived in the Dorset Village. And like, I know where that's at, nigga. I don't fuck with you niggas over there. Fuck that shit. You niggas got me fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, years passed from that time, and I seen him, and I just wanted to just give him, just show him love in person. Like, man, look, I might not fuck with what you do, fuck with your peoples, fuck whatever you got going on, but I see what you're doing. I respect it. It was more of a respect than anything. And then, because I had a group called 110 at the time. It was 3 members. It was like, if you know about LA, 110 is like the artery to the city. It's the freeway that comes like from south. It goes from downtown to South Central to pretty much San Pedro. And the 110 is like a freeway that divides the east side of LA and the west side of LA. I had an artist from the east side and I had 2 artists from the west side. And I'm like, damn, that'd be dope. And then because I was in the Bay and my influences in the Bay, it taught me about like logos and shit. So I used the logo from the freeway and went to branding that motherfucker all over the city and different places that I would travel to. But back to Nip was like, my respect for him was just great. And like, he just kept growing. I ended up getting his number and shit, and we chopped it up a few times. My cousin, he started this website called rapstatus.com. And he started doing interviews with a lot of artists, and he came to LA because he's from the Bay. And we was just riding around one day. He was like, man, call Nip, man, see if we can get an interview. My bad, hold on. He was like, man, call Nip so we can get an interview. I ain't calling that nigga, man. Fuck that nigga. That's how I felt when he was saying that shit. So I said, fuck it, man. I call him. I said, hey, Nip, what's going on, bro? He said, shit, man, we on the video set doing doing the movie with Ving Rhames called, I think it was called Rap the Can at the time, but I think they called it something else at the end of the day. So they was filming at this the female prison called Silver Branch or Silver something like that. Silver Brand or something like that. We went up there and it was like he had a few of his partners up there from where his section where he represent. And I came with my boys and we just end up powwowing, and my people took the camera out and filmed the iconic footage of what was being posted today with Snoop, Tyrese, I think Warren G posted it, and various other people posted it. But
we talking about ownership and stuff?
Huh? Yeah. And I think it's the only footage you ever seen him with Gilly the Kid and him together. So I mean that was kind of monumental. To me, it was nothing at the time. But it ended up being some like to me like some iconic footage because everybody was kind of digging for something when he passed. I guess for something positive or something pivotal that he was putting out that he can teach and people can gravitate to it to where they can learn something from it. And that was one of the pieces that they used. But yeah, it really came like it was just a humbug. I met him and I respected what he was doing. I understood the grind. It was almost like we came from the same teachers, but just from 2 different perspectives.
I say, how did his death affect you?
I mean, shit. I guess it affected me like anybody else from LA. Anybody who else was powerful from LA, like a Cube or a Gamer or anybody like that. Like it would hit you, be like, damn, man, you took away somebody that that was really showing people from the community how to invest into real estate. Like I wasn't really a fan of the rap. I was more a fan of his intelligence, what he was trying to do, what he was trying to get accomplished. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm older than him. My heroes are people before him. You feel me? But like I said, I love what he was doing. But I love the fact that, he was investing into businesses like a Fat Burger or, he got that whole parking lot to himself. He spent $1 million for that parking lot for commercial real estate. A lot of people don't have that kind of education to talk about, real estate property or commercial property. black folk, a lot of black rappers don't mention that kind of shit in their rhymes. It's either about putting their dick in a vagina or a bitch shaking her ass to fuck a nigga until he no longer got no money. You know what I mean? And then he was saying shit in his music, like, you know, invest into Bitcoin and shit. Like, we don't have enough educational rappers that from the West Coast that teach us shit like that. And then Cube is so fucking old that the kids don't give a fuck about Cube no more. They got their own little heroes and shit that's in their age bracket that they fuck with. Tupac dead, you know, so and these young niggas that's 20 years old didn't even know shit about fucking Cube. I mean about Pac when he was alive doing this shit. You know what I mean? So it just times change. I mean, that's just that's how it is with us. You say you 38, hey, you didn't grow up with the motherfucking Temptations. You may have heard the music, but you like, hell, you probably want to hear wherever you like at your age bracket didn't fucking hear the Temptations. You know what I'm saying? Barry White and shit. Who fuck at fucking 11 years old in the 90s and shit want to hear Barry White?
Y'all fucking with that H-Town.
You talking about the little army group?
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah, but that was in your age bracket. You was 11 years old in 92. You was probably 11, 12 years old when H-Town came out. And yeah, I liked that song. You know what I mean? I was in 6th grade when it came out, and you remember, I don't know if in junior high, if you went to junior high in Mississippi, well, we used to have like every now and then we had like little dances inside the gym and shit. And the DJ would come. That was the shit back then. That was of its time. They didn't fucking have a little party in the gym and be playing Curtis Mayfield and shit. They played music at the time. SWV, you know what I'm saying? Shit, things of that nature.
Yeah. So what's your interest outside of music?
Real estate.
Yeah.
Real estate.
So what about real estate? What you like about real estate?
I love the money. I'm not gonna lie. I don't care about like how Vanilla Ice be building houses and shit. I love the fact that you can put a little down on a house, and let's say you can buy a house. Let's say in Mississippi, you can literally buy a house for $20,000, $30,000, right? Put $5,000, $10,000 work in that motherfucker and sell that motherfucker for $80,000, $90,000. And whatever in between, if you got a mortgage, whatever's in between that shit, you can get a portion out of that motherfucker. You can get more than what you put into it.
Yeah, so what you doing? What kind of real estate? Like you doing wholesaling or you just talking about?
I'm just doing residential shit. Like I'll find some houses in a community, and I'll be like, damn, I want that house right there. So I'll look at the information on the little sign, calling me to be like a company or a bank. You find out how much they want. If you got it, and if you can get a loan or a down payment for that motherfucker, I pay for that shit. I fix it up, resell that motherfucker, and shit, and take the money and do it again.
You do that out? You buying houses in LA out here?
No, I mean not in LA, but in California.
This is out here, out in LA,
Arizona, in Georgia.
Yeah,
the house in LA, the market is too high. Hell, I ain't rich.
Yeah, because my boy, he doing the wholesale real estate, but that sounds like you not doing the wholesale real estate.
No.
Man, I just saw, speaking of that shit, man, I don't know if you just saw that video somebody posted. It's going viral right now. The dude, I guess he wanted people to move out of his house. It was in Racine, Wisconsin, and they fucked up his house.
No, I didn't see that.
Man, it was like the landlord. Man, he was sitting there crying. They fucked up his house so bad, bro. Cause he was like, why y'all do this shit? He was like, y'all just mad. Cause I guess they weren't paying him, so he was like, just move out. Man, they bust out every window in the fucking house. They put paint on the floor. They fucking tore down all the cabinets. They tore down the toilet, broke all the fucking windows, had nails everywhere, all that shit. And he was crying. He was like, oh, my mom, I'm gonna kill you, bitch, if I see you. He's like, I'm gonna kill you and your motherfucking kids. I'm gonna see you in the fucking video. That shit was raw.
Yeah, you gotta send that shit to me. That's some fucked up shit.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, I got a house myself, but I just be thinking about like if I want to get into like owning more houses and renting them out, I don't want to do no shit like that because I fuck somebody else. Because he was like, I guess somebody had wrote in the comments that it was a scam, He was like, this ain't no motherfucking scam. He's like, you gotta have insurance for a fucking scam. I gotta pay for all this shit out of my pocket. He at least gotta come up with $100,000 to fix all that shit, at least.
Unless he got insurance.
Yeah, I guess he didn't have insurance.
Like vandalism insurance and shit like that. If he got insurance and people did that, then he should be able to be compensated fully for what they did. If he don't, then he fucked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you know what I mean, you just gotta have a great judge of character of who you want inside your house. Cause that's basically what it boils down to. Like, cause you can have a family in your house and they can tear your shit up. Mostly, I hate to say it, mostly it be your own kind.
Yeah, because they're going to be like, yeah, I know.
Like, it be your own black people that really fuck up your shit, you know? And I mean, on one end, you can be like, I understand because you niggas never had nothing, you know? And then when you never have nothing, you get reckless with shit. If you never had any real training of how to manage shit or to keep shit up, you're going to fuck it up. Because a lot of our black people live in apartments or rental properties.
You know I would say I know with me shit, like I used to always be renting, so I was used to just you just call them and they fix it.
Exactly. So our people get accustomed to living like that. You know what I'm saying? And then like, you know, it's like we don't have the education. They don't teach us the curriculum in high school or junior high to be owners.
Hey, your boy installed a bidet yesterday though.
Who?
Me.
Oh, that's what's up.
I was proud of my goddamn self. I was like, I came a long way.
Hey man,
I ain't know none of that shit. I was like, damn. So now it'd be like, I mean, I don't have a house, but I got a condo. You know, a condo out in California is a house, but shit, I be having to fix everything myself most of the time. But shit.
But look how many people that you probably got that say your friends and say your family, but they ain't there to help you when you do certain shit. Hell, you probably have to put the PoPolitickin shit together by yourself.
Oh yeah, all day.
So, and then you probably asked somebody to help you do it in the beginning before you did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Help me create a website or help me do this, or do you know anybody? Can you point me in the direction? Well, you probably know somebody who has something going. Can you show me what to do? And they don't give you the game.
Yeah.
Like black folks got this thing bad where the game is to be sold, not told. I'm like, well, damn, man, we keep doing that to each other. How the fuck we gonna learn and grow?
No, I had to how I learned my shit. I had to learn. I basically was interning on somebody else's shit and learn how to do it from that.
But what I'm saying is there's your kind of that looks like you and I that knows a lot of shit but don't want to teach you nothing.
Yeah.
They want to keep the knowledge to themselves because they want to make all the money. Like we got this thing where we big on individualism. Like how the fuck we don't have a Black Lives Matter, but we so much of an individualist. You feel me? I'm saying like we only care about the individual person.
Yeah.
Like if something happened to someone else, we don't ride for the next motherfucker. We ride for someone who happened into our family. Like if it was your cousin.
So what you think about all the stuff going on right now, like COVID, Black Lives Matter stuff, protest? Well, not Black Lives Matter, COVID protests.
I mean the COVID shit, man. I don't know what to think of this shit, to be honest. I don't even know if anybody knows what to think of this shit because everybody has their theory about is it real, is it not real, people dying from it, who's dying from it. You know what I mean? Like a lot of old people dying from it's like an invisible disease that you just can't see or feel or nothing. It just happens to people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like you don't know how to pinpoint it. You want to believe that it's a cure out there, or you want to believe like God is gonna solve this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really like a fucked up time, a period in time, to where you don't know what to do. You don't know, you can't go to church and shit because no churches are fucking open. That's where you worship.
But then it's crazy though. You got people like fuck it still trying to go to church.
I mean, besides black people, as older black people, what do older black people have to do with their lives? They don't have shit else to do. They're not going to a
yeah, that's what they teach them anyway, really. And then what you want to do, you gonna die in the face and all that.
I'm like, it's really just like, fuck it. I just roll with the punches, man. You know, whatever, we just deal with it when it comes. Like, cause you can't prevent the shit. You don't know. I mean, like everybody got these masks on and shit, but this is an airborne thing. And I'm like, if it's airborne, then and you wearing a mask, it's on the outer side of your mask. So if you touch when you pull the mask down, nigga, it's on your fucking hands.
And that's why I be looking at it, because I know, like, sometimes, like, let's say I go outside walking and shit. I'm not wearing my mask, man. Cause I figure, like, if it's outside like that, I'm just gonna get the shit.
You know what I think, bro? I think everybody should get that motherfucker and sit in the house and quarantine for 20 days. Let the government give us $4,000 a month. Turn off the little utility thing to where we get lights and shit for free for the next 3 to 4 months. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, take care of us. Stop allowing people to go to work. If motherfuckers can't open up their businesses, then stop allowing motherfuckers to go to work and do other shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let people go buy enough food to last them for 3 or 4 months. Storage that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And stay in the house. If that's the case, because shit, it's almost like you can go outside, but you can't do nothing else.
Yeah, you go outside to work.
Yeah, but then come home and I'm sorry, my bad. But come home and not to do nothing, man. It's gonna be a lot of people gonna get bored at home. That's gonna sneak outside. You're gonna get bored with being with your wife or your husband or your girlfriend or your kids and shit. If you live with your mama gonna get on your fucking nerves if you ain't got shit else to do. Like, and niggas is like, hell, fuck it. We gonna figure some shit out. We survivors, so we gonna come up with something out of nothing.
Yeah.
Niggas on Airbnb a party if you can't go to a club or lounge.
Yeah, actually, man, I think it's a good thing. I think people just be looking at it the wrong way. I think, man, that's what we supposed to be doing, like spending more time with our family. I think just like we kind of look at it like we always gotta, especially out here, every weekend you gotta be on the week. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you gotta be doing something. Even on Wednesday, sometimes you gotta be doing something. So, man, ain't nothing wrong being in the home, family chilling and shit. But
but nigga, you speaking from an older person perspective. You gotta think these kids don't want. You think when you was young as a little kid,
they want to
you
get out
in the goddamn house.
Yeah,
they want to get there. I don't want to stay in the house when I was young, but I don't mind today because, like I said, I'm an older dude. The strip club don't enthuse me like that. Going to a lounge don't fucking enthuse me like that either. So the things that give me joy is like going to like a lake or something, going to Lake Havasu on a boat and fucking and relaxing and shit and being away from people. Cause I on some real shit, I don't even like motherfuckers no more. Friends who used to be friends, I don't give a fuck about like being my friends no more. Cousins that used to be cousins, I don't give a fuck if we don't talk no more. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I love you niggas from a distance, and that's fine. You know what I mean? Like when you're an entrepreneur, you trying to be an entrepreneur, you got goals and you're the only one putting behind everything and no one supporting you, be like, what the fuck I need all you niggas around me for any goddamn way? I see you at the family function if my mama or my grandmama throw something. You know? If you not, because I don't give a fuck if you friends, cousins, or whatever. If you can't get money together, you're not gonna hang with each other every day.
That's what I be saying.
You feel me? So I don't give a fuck too much about none of that other
can't
shit.
Get money together. Are y'all really friends anyway? Shit, what the fuck going on? That's how I look at it.
Hey man, I be looking at shit like it be niggas. It be 10 niggas that hang with each other, but none of these 10 niggas is gonna put money into a pot to make one thing work. You know what I'm saying? Niggas, a lot. Then we don't even have education on corporations. Like like corporations is the new gangster to me. You know what I'm saying? 10 niggas can put in $200 or $2,000 a piece. Nigga, you got 10 niggas. How much that's $20,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
So imagine if you go open a corporation for $300 to $500, and you go get you a corporate account, and y'all put $20,000. Y'all can use that credit, that little card that come with that motherfucker, and go buy shit, and you can tax write that motherfucker off. At least at the end of the year, you can get something back.
Fuck around, try to buy like you talking about commercial property, buy like an apartment or something.
Man, it doesn't matter. I mean, just to be an owner of whatever the fuck you're trying to do is a beautiful thing. You know, it don't have to be real estate. It could be anything. It could be you want to invest into like for me, right? I'm gonna give the game of what I want to do. I'm in a wheelchair, right? And it's this stylish kind of wheelchair that I want to take the prototype and put my brand on it, because it's a few other motherfuckers, white motherfuckers, that elite motherfuckers in the game that have the same prototype chair but putting their different logos on the motherfucker. Why can't I do it and be black? Because it's a lot of niggas in wheelchairs that don't have a stylish wheelchair that want to look cool and have a swag and get hoes too. get bras too, whatever you want to call it. You know, everything that most men do we do it for women. When we get money, we flex on niggas, but it's really to get other women to find it attractive.
But why we just can't do it for ourselves? Why we always gotta do it for somebody else?
I don't, bro. To be honest with you, I don't fucking know. I don't have that logic to where I want to stun and make other niggas mad and shit, and to get females. You can get a female just by being confident.
I know, shit.
But
I guess you gotta
like
live
I
with
said,
her.
but you gotta think a lot of motherfuckers ain't taught better, so they don't know better. You know, we got this black thing. We got this thing to like. You know, I remember back in the day. Glasses Malone had like a blue Bentley, right? And for some, and it never really hit me like how it hit other people. People were so amazed and so marveled a black man was driving down your community blocks with a Bentley. It didn't mean shit to me, but it was
I had
like,
him on the show too.
huh?
I interviewed him before too.
Yeah, I mean, good people's and shit, but it's not about him. It's just the fact that how people just marveled at his car. Like he was a nigga because he had a Bentley, not because he had a good song.
Yeah, that's how the black community is. It's all about material stuff.
And I'm like, it's funny because nobody really talk about that era, 2006, 7, or 8. Nobody really talk about like it was a dark period for the West Coast or just LA in general. I say it was a dark period for the West Coast. You know what I mean?
Why you say that?
People. What artists did we have at the time that was really doing anything, that was really making any noise?
I mean, the only one you could really say you had the Game.
The Game was established because he came through other people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Glasses Malone was like, if you know the history, he came through Game. You know, and I don't, for whatever reason, he left Black Wall Street and decided to do his own thing, but he gained his momentum from fucking with Game.
Yeah.
And came up with his own mixtape called White Lightning, right? And I'm not sure if White Lightning is what got him his deal with them. I'm not sure who he was signed. It probably was Columbia, I think he was signed with, or some shit like that. But it was a big
Cash Money too.
That was later.
Yeah.
That was after the deal that he got. You know what I'm saying? But once he got that deal, he was known as the $1.7 million man. That's what everybody was saying. That was his deal. Everybody was talking about. He was in all the little magazines, like the Source or the Double XL. Like he, at the time, it was just him, and he had that record with Akon, if you recall.
Yeah, Certified, I think, something.
Yeah. But it was fucked up because to me, it was fucked up. A West Coast nigga had to utilize a Southern sound to make a hot West Coast record. That's what you had to do back then.
Yeah.
You remember Hot Dollar?
Yeah, he died, right?
No. That was Dollar who died. Hot Dollar is Gorilla Black's younger brother. He had a song called Streets on Lock, and he was signed to Jermaine Dupri's Island Def Jam when Jermaine Dupri went out there.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of his first signings that he did. He signed Hot Dollar. But he had a record on the radio that was popping called Streets on Lock. But it had a Southern sound, but on top of that, you know, Hot Dollar originally is from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. So, you know, yeah. So I can see how it connects with that. But
shit, I think they say Snoop from Mississippi too.
Snoop ain't from motherfucking Mississippi. Snoop was from Long Beach, but his family is from Mississippi.
Oh yeah, I know he always be claiming it.
Yeah, because you know his grandmother. I think she's passed now, but his mother's mother is originally from Mississippi. So and his mother was originally from Mississippi, huh?
I was gonna say, so what took us out? You said the West Coast is in a dark period for a while. So are we still in a dark period, or are we out now?
You know, I wouldn't say we're in a dark period. I just don't think we have no one. I think because of all the gangbang and the blood and crip shit, it kind of separates. It kind of fucks up the unity. For it to catapult to where it can go. Because you got a lot of local artists that I'm starting to even learn about. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a dinosaur out here now. But it's a lot of younger niggas out here that's doing their thing, but they from different gangs, and the gangs don't fuck with each other. So the only time that you really get a chance to see shit is when they do their thing on YouTube, which they popping on YouTube. Like certain individuals doing their thing individually and popping on YouTube, but it won't feel like Atlanta because Atlanta got niggas that's doing the same thing, but they fuck with each other. If these niggas start collabing with each other and start getting each other videos and show that like LA are just California's one big fist, then we would be the shit again. Record labels would come and start signing more West Coast artists. But because the South has so much, well, not even want to say the South, fuck the South, like not like that, but Atlanta really is showing motherfuckers that even if we don't like each other, y'all West Coast niggas don't know that. But we gonna do a song with each other, and that other nigga gonna do that's on this song gonna do a song with that nigga, and that nigga, and that nigga, and it's gonna look like one big movement. You feel me? So that person gonna get the momentum, and then record labels gonna want to sign that artist and that other artist. So now you got people like Young Thug and Gunna and you got Migos and 21 Savage and shit. The list can go on and on. It's like 20 motherfucking artists from Atlanta doing their thing that's popping. But you can't name 5 in LA that's popping like that. And to me, my personal reason is because these niggas won't unify because of the gangbang shit. But that's my personal opinion about this shit. But I think it's a lot of talented motherfuckers out here. And to me, it still goes like you got Joseph Malone. You got Joe Malone. Oh no, not Joe Malone. I mean Joe Moses. That nigga had like 5 record deals. You feel me?
Yeah.
In the last 10 years, dude probably had like 5 record labels to come at him, and nothing's worked. You feel me? And to me, like he did his thing in LA. Like LA love him, but he can't get going nowhere elsewhere. And to me, I think they don't give a fuck about our sound. But you got a nigga like OT Genesis that did I'm in Love with the Coco that got that Atlanta shit, and this motherfucker went 3-4 times platinum off that one song. And then he come out with Cut It, another sound that sound like it's from the South, and then he put Young Dolph on that motherfucker, then it does double platinum. So this nigga damn near like almost in 10 million in singles almost worldwide. But just think, but he got that Southern sound. For some reason, it's a Southern sound has more of a universal sound than the sound that we have here. Even though it sounds good, and I love it. I'm from the West Coast. I love this shit. But for some apparent reason, that Atlanta shit that got going on is so universal, nigga, and they can't let it go. You know what I mean? An LA record will not work in Atlanta unless it got some Southern niggas on it. The last West Coast record that I know that was working was My Nigga with YG. And that's because Rich Homie Quan and Jeezy was on that motherfucker. That I don't think that record would have worked in the South with just YG alone.
Nah, Rich Homie Quan made the hook. That hook was already setting it off.
You feel me? And then like he got the record called Big Bang Take Little Bang. Like, he's YG is up there as far as rank wise. So he could go get a record with Nicki, 2 Chainz, Big Sean, and it's gonna be the shit. It's already gonna be the shit because of the caliber of artists on the goddamn song. The beat is whatever. Nigga, you can make that beat nigga on a Casio. Doom, 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 doom. Not taking away from Mustard and his ability, because Mustard's dope at what he do. I just know how simple that beat was. And it wasn't really so much to me the beat, it was really the talent on the beat. Now you got 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz at the peak of his game. Nicki Minaj, she's at the peak of her game. Big Sean at the peak of her game, at the peak of his game. How could you go wrong with those multi-platinum artists? But other than that, what artists do we have on the West Coast besides the old niggas that have that same YG effect? You don't. And you down in Dago, where you got people in Dago still got people got like Jail Felony and Mitchie Slick going against each other. They cool now, but I'm just saying at one point in time, because of their gang, where they from, where they represent the blue and red, you got people from the red like, man, fuck him. You got people from the blue like, fuck him. And I'm like, man, y'all should be rooting for these 2 niggas to do a song because that'll be big for Dago.
Yeah.
And then if they start unifying, it would start showing other motherfuckers and they gonna unify because Dago never really had a hip hop presence. It's some dope niggas out there, but because they got the same effect that LA got, they won't unify. Dago can rock by themselves and not even need nobody. If they came together. You know, I believe you know DJ Billy Knight, right?
Yeah, that's my homie.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think he tried, but
yeah.
he don't really have that. He ain't no street nigga. You need a street DJ to get in the streets crevices to do a mixtape with all these niggas to get verses from that nigga on some Cali shit. You need a street DJ that's gonna do some DJ Cali shit, get a verse from J.O., get a verse from Mitchie Slick, and get a young nigga that's from whatever he from, put him on a song together. You did? And get the flood net or get the MP3 in or put that shit out and let motherfuckers vibe to that shit like, damn, man, that song Mitchie and J.O. fell hard. They didn't put it, the J.O. and Mitchie didn't know it was gonna happen, but people fell in love with it. And then if the people fall in love with it, then they're gonna be like, well, shit, man, we tripping. We need to go get some money together. Let's go do an album together or do a couple songs together. Sometimes you just gotta make a way out of no way. How black people been doing it forever.
So what would you like to say to your fans and supporters?
To support that idea?
No, I said, what would you like to say to your fans and supporters?
Man, just keep rocking with your boy. I got a lot coming. You know, I got the Handicap Circus Project coming out hosted by Sauce Walker. There's a lot of people in between, like, that I'm gonna utilize my resources and shit. Just stay tapped in with me. Just stay supporting me like y'all been doing for however how long y'all been rocking with me, man. And I won't disappoint and let y'all down.
All right, bro. I want to say thanks for coming through politicking with me.
That's all love. Thanks, PoPolitickin, for having me. It's your boy PX, Professor XTNE, and that's that.